Right, just want to drop a few bits here. Obviously the market looks a bit iffy right now. Everyone's thinking, look, you know, we're going down, we're collapsing, it's doomsday. I just want to keep everybody calm, and hopefully everyone understands exactly what's going on right now. The market has to hit its support zone position, which is very important. So for the past few days, now this is on a daily, right? Past few days, yes, we've been coming down a little bit, eventually coming all the way down. So of course, this on a higher time frame. If you start looking at the weekly, you can see that there was signs that there's some weakness. Now, I briefly mentioned this on the last video as well. I said if it even goes down, it doesn't matter because we want to be buying, right? So this is a buyer's market right now, and you know, for me, I see opportunities. Now, after having a couple of weeks of going up, if we have 1 week going down, you know, even 2 weeks going down, absolutely fine. Now, when I'm looking at the charts on a higher time frame, this is on a week, daily, I just want to show you the 21 day, right? Because we fell below. So that should have been our support, the blue line. That should have been our support. Unfortunately, we fell below the 21 and we came to the 50, and 50 should have been our resistance, our support. We failed that too, right? Which is fine, absolutely fine. If you look on the bottom, you can see that the aqua color rectangle, right? That's our current support, right? So we do have a very strong support around the 17.5 to the 18.5k level, right? Strong support. However, there are still other numbers present as well, and one of those is the $19,500. Now, we just peaked below 21,000. Is it something to worry about? Absolutely not. And of course, I'm going to be a bull and I'm going to say this, right? And I hope I don't have to repeat this again. If this market collapses anything below 17k, guys, this is not a financial advice, right? But I personally will sell everything that I could possibly to go and buy as many BTC, because this is it, right? The thing what you have to understand is, you know, we go up, we go down a little bit, you know, everyone freaks out, panics and this and that. When you're panicking, what are you doing? Who do you think's buying? You know, so what you understand is, like, when whales sell, people panic, and all the shrimp start selling, right? Let's call them shrimp, right? Little baby fish start selling. When baby fish start selling, right, immediately the whales come back in to buy it at a discount, right? So kind of luring you in, right? So they're out there, they're not just the whales, they're actually doing all the fishing, they're trying to fish all these small fish. That's what they're doing. So you guys are panicking and whatnot and this and that, and selling it on an exchange, you're selling it on chain, right? Creating situations, right? Whales don't go around buying and selling on an exchange, they're going to do it OTC and XYZ, which doesn't impact anything, right? So that's what's happening right now. Like, for example, the other day when we start seeing some the Ethereum price drop a little bit, people started panicking because some dude from God knows when, like 2-3 years ago, he decided to move some of his crypto. He just moved it, he didn't do anything else, he just moved it, and there's no evidence that he's actually sold it or done anything else with it, right? The only evidence we have is that it's been moved to, I don't know, 10, 15 wallets or whatever. That's it, it's just moved, right? So the word should move, nothing else. It could be his own wallet, he's probably diversifying, he's probably trying to keep it safe, you never know. But we do have situations like this arise, where, you know, what would you call this, like, you know, wallets could be bugged. Like recently there was one wallet, what was it, I think it was a Solana wallet that was bugged, right? I can't remember the name, but it was bugged, right? Where the creators of the wallet, they did it in a centralized way where they had all the users' keys, and about $10 million worth of Solana or some shit like that, excuse my language, went missing or something like this, right? So stuff like this happens, right? And this guy's probably just trying to diversify. Probably he's just planning to put it on some protocol, but nobody knows where these are. Obviously, they haven't gone into any staking, XYZ, so we can track those. So we know it's just another wallet, it's a basic wallet. Why he's done it, what his reasons are, what his motives are, nobody knows. But should the market start panicking? No. In my opinion, if the market starts to dip, you know, and this is not a financial advice, people should go and start buying. You buy the dip, right? When you want to buy the top, good luck to you, I'll be selling to you at the top, right? So you can buy mine. So that's the situation basically. So I'm seeing this market to be solid. I don't see much of an issue. I'm parked up, so let me show you the weekly. Give me a second. This is a 5-day, give me a weekly. So I'm going to show you on a weekly, and this is what you see on a weekly, okay? too much. Yes, again, we're just hovering around that line. Yes, we were trying to create certain things, but it doesn't matter, right? None of this absolutely matters. I want to show you one other fact as well. I want to show you the stochastic RSI and the RSI, okay? Very, very powerful stuff, right? Let me bring it here, right? So here, what you want to see here is how the RSI, which is the yellow line, is dipping down a little bit, right? But it's still dipping down while we are low. So what does that mean, right? You can see the stochastic RSI and the blue and the red line, they're peaked out, they're showing that they want to come down a little bit. That's fine, guys. If the stochastic RSI comes all the way down to 20 or even to 0, absolutely does not matter. This is just the current sentiment, right? The overall sentiment, the overall momentum is in the yellow line, right? And what we see is it is still below our average level, which is the 40. It is still below that level, guys. It is still in the buy zone, right? So it would be really dumb not to actually see this, you know, and take that opportunity, you know, because it is a bloody great opportunity, right? So that's what I'm seeing, because I'm still seeing ourselves being in the trend line, for example, and I'll show you what I mean by trend line, right? So if I just put this here, for example, just here somewhere, and if I bring this over, you can see, look, we are coming to test this, and it's a good thing, it's not a bad thing. This is when you buy. You don't buy when you're sitting somewhere up here, right? You don't buy here, do you, right? You don't want to buy here on the top here. You want to be buying below this level, because this is where you're going to make most of the gains, right? As soon as we start shifting back up again. Because what we want to do is get to a level where we pop up over and start creating these waves. But you don't want to wait for this top here, right? You want to get this as soon as possible around this level here. This is the zone we want to buy below this green line here as much as we can, right? That is our most important area to buy. So I hope this kind of makes sense, right? So this is what I'm seeing. Obviously, I'm going to take you back to the main chart. So on the main chart, I'm looking at the slightly lower time frame. Higher time frame, I'm not too bothered. Again, why am I not bothered? And I'll show you why am I not bothered. Give me a second, let me get this out. Because this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this trend line forming here, this absolute trend line forming here. And I'm not complaining about this, right? Because I can see bounces happening from here. If we fell below this, then I'll start worrying, right? So if we're going to dip down and fall back to these levels, then I'll think, okay, now we've got the chances to come down to these levels, probably even down here, which is absolutely fine, because this gives us more opportunities. But so far, all I'm seeing is we're on the trend. Absolutely fine. Nobody's looking at this. This is exactly the trend. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this trend. So that's what I'm seeing, right? Now let me move you over to the shorter time frames, and you'll understand more. Again, on the weekly, you can see that we're still on the trend. Absolutely fine. I'm not concerned about this. This is the area that the 21 on the 5-day, right? So you can see a 21 moving average on the 5-day where we got rejected. Absolutely fine. What happens when that happens? When you get rejected? Well, we test it again one other time, right? We're going to go back there and we're going to test it again, right? So let's go to a shorter time frame, 3 days. Again, what do I see? We got rejected on the 21, right? It's a very important number for us to understand, on the 21. But ultimately, what's happening to the trend? The trend is still intact. Okay, maybe not on this one. This one, I'm looking at the trend, I'm seeing this. So yes, we just fell below the trend. That means we have an opportunity on the 3-day to come and test this 19k level, or $18,000, $1,800 level. So we do have a great opportunity here to absolutely come and test these levels, right? The good thing here, I'm not complaining, right? Now let's go into a shorter time frame, 1 day, and then you'll understand more. From the daily, you can see how we're basically touching this 50, and this is the zone I'm looking at. So ultimately here, I'm not concerned. So I'm not even looking at the trend here, because the trend does not matter for me on a shorter time frame. What matters to me is this was a low, this was a low, this was a low, this is a low, this is a low, and are they all higher lows? Absolutely higher lows. So I'm not complaining about those, right? So higher lows, and I'm happy with that. Now if we broke the trend and we broke this zone here, right? So this area here, this area here, this area here, and we broke this area, we immediately fall inside this area where we've got the support zone forming, and that would be where I would be trying to do a bounce, right? However, obviously it's BTC, so when we're talking about BTC, we can't get it dollar perfect. So what we need to do is also make sure we give ourselves at least a bit of a cushioning with $500, maybe $1,000 cushioning, right? I would say $500 would be like the bare minimum, right? So if we're seeing that this is the zone, this is the area we might come into, right? We want to be slightly above that so we can pick up the bounce, because whatever you expect is never going to happen. It's going to be always the unexpected. So when people are expecting this to go down even further, I say maybe not, right? And I'll explain to you why. So the reason I say maybe not is if you start looking at these candles, you can see these are the low candles. Sorry guys, these are the low candles, right? This is the direction we've been moving already. That means that we're now primed to get ready to start moving back up again. So we might start seeing candles moving us back up again, coming back to this zone to test this area and then move forward. Absolutely fine, nothing wrong with that. But this is a buy zone. That's all I want to say. This is a buy zone. Also, right now, I'm starting to kind of diversify into my, where's my pink bubble? There it is, it's on the thing there. So what I'm doing now as well, I'm actually starting to kind of diversify into the alts, because I've seen what the alts want to do. I've seen what the BTC wants to do. I've seen BTCs obviously doing these lower highs, which is, higher lows. Absolutely fine. I'm not concerned about those. Everything to me is now like, you know, accumulate as much as you can, but the market is getting prepped to move forward now. And because the market is getting prepped to move forward, I will take that as an opportunity and I will say, you know what, now I need to start picking up as much as I can other alts as well. The alts I'll be looking into, this is not a financial advice again, right, would be obviously BTC, and we're not even going to talk about that. That's BTC number one. We're going to talk about, so the ones I'm going to be picking up, Ethereum, I'm going to be picking up Ethereum, I'm going to be picking up Solana, I'm going to be picking up Avalanche, I'm going to be picking up Cardano. Cardano, definitely going to be picking up a little bit more than normal. Crypto.com, I'm not too bothered about it. I have, what? Mobile phone? Anyway, I'm not going to put my crypto in there, that's all I can tell you. But yeah, I'll probably pick up a mobile phone just for the sake of Solana. But listen, they have a vision, they have a lot of stuff. Why not? I don't see a reason. If I see Solana at a discount, I'll pick up some more. But I have my buy orders. I'm looking at about anything below $45, $50 is a good deal. That's what I'm looking at, but I'm not going to advise that to anybody else. You've got to know your risk. Solana can easily flop, right? A lot of these projects like Solana is very centralized. There's a lot of these very centralized. I mean, talking about centralized, Ethereum's become very centralized. I mean, this is disgusting how centralized Ethereum's become. So, you know, there are things to worry about. But you gotta be a big fan of decentralization to avoid all the centralized one. Then you're gonna avoid everything. Or you gotta be in it to win, right? And if you're in it to win it, then you don't give a damn about what it is. Just live the moment, make the money, get the hell out. That's it, right? You know, but don't marry the coin. That's what I'm gonna say. So right now is a good opportunity to pick your coin and stick your coin. This is the time when you do it, right? So there's a time in the market when you pick your coin and you stick to your coin. So far I just stuck to one coin, and now I'm going to start diversifying into the other ones as well. But I've named a few here, and I hope this kind of helps all of you. But as I said, right now, no financial advice. This is just the perfect buying zone. If it does go back to the 17.5K again, my God, this is an opportunity not to miss. So other than that, I'm probably going to get a copyright strike because I've got what's it called, Spotify playing in the background, and this thing is recording everything. Damn. Anyway, I hope you all are okay. I hope you're enjoying the weather. Brilliant here. I wish it stays like this good, right? You know, I'm talking at least 10 months a year. You know what I mean? Not 9, 10 months a year, right? Yeah, I really enjoy this, man. I really enjoy. But other than that, guys, thank you very much for coming to the show. Thank you very much for checking it out. Look, I'm very busy. That's one of the reasons why I'm not as free. I'll try and do what I can. I bought another laptop. Didn't even bother opening the box. I don't know why I bought it. I'll probably return it. I don't know. Listen, my head's not stuck on properly. But yeah, other than that, I hope you're keeping well. And I'm going to catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigo. Thank you very much.